Hello, guys. Welcome to Boxing Block Center, the home of Nigerian African boxing. And please, if you're new to this channel, make sure you click the like and, of course, the subscribe button right now. Now, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder is open to a 2026 fight showdown with Francis Ngannou. You know, Ngannou recently called out Wilder and said, listen, he would love to actually go to war with Deontay Wilder. Some people saw that and said, I think the boxing fans have been I'm very ecstatic about that. I want to see the fight. Because I feel this is a fight where you don't expect a knockout. A knockout will happen. Yes, people still say, yeah, Wilder, yeah, technically is this, is that. But sometimes I think about it. I just chill back and think about it. Wilder is an Olympic bronze medalist. You don't win the bronze medal if you're not a boxer of sort or anything. This is just something that you have to really earn to win, in my opinion, though. Then you have Ngannou, on the other hand, who came from the trenches. This guy has been through. He's been through it all, and then I'm happy for Ngannou because his journey and where he came from and how he became who he was, it's not easy, bro. His story is crazy. It's a crazy one because sometimes I can't relate to some of his stories. Now, of course, we know he had the fight with Tyson Fury, dropped Fury. I think he beat Fury in that fight, but they didn't give him the win. Made a draw because the Usyk fight was next. And then you have a situation whereby, what happened to him against Joshua, happened and stuff. But him and Wilder, a good fight. Wilder's no longer in his prime for sure. I think Wilder, because he's earned a lot of money, he's super rich now. He doesn't have the hunger like he used to. But I think for this fight, he will have the hunger. And for this fight, Ngannou will test Wilder for sure. Both will test each other. Ngannou and Wilder hit very hard. I think they have to be the hardest hitters, in mixed martial arts. Like, I don't know any MMA guy that hit harder than Ngannou. Like, I don't know it, bro. And there's this clip that the Ring posted, bro. This is something else. Just listen to the sound of the punches. Bro, this is something else, man. The sound of that alone is crazy. Jagbe, do you welcome this fight?
Yeah, of course I welcome this fight, man. The thing is, Wilder needs to be extremely careful. He needs to go in that ring knowing that Francis Ngannou hits harder than he does. Because, Francis Ngannou has not sustained damages to his body or his hand like Wilder has. So Wilder needs to be extremely cautious because if Ngannou lands, which I do believe if Ngannou will land, it's going to be lights out for Wilder. The issue is the difference between Wilder and Ngannou is, let me break it down. Wilder has a little bit more. He has a lot more boxing knowledge and skill that Ngannou does. Ngannou maybe has a decent jab to get him through, but anything else other than that, it's going to be an issue. Ngannou is more of a cage fighter compared to Wilder, who's more of a ring fighter. if those two met in the ring, it's gonna be someone's getting knocked out, and I'm fearing it's gonna be Wilder. The reason being is because I've said it back in the past that Wilder doesn't have a lot of skill. You know, they said that power is probably the last thing to go in the ring. You know, and Wilder not having enough skill to be able to make sure to be able to say, okay, I'm not gonna be using my power most of the time, but instead I'm gonna be relying on my skill. But Wilder uses power all through his career to the point where I think his power has diminished, and compared to Ngannou, who's been in the octagon most of his career, and just started to move to boxing and just started boxing a little bit. He's not the best at it, and he hasn't really said, oh, he continues throwing those power rights, those overhand. He doesn't do it like that, right? He's wrestling off the ground. He's getting up. He's not throwing right hands after right hands after right hands after right hands. He has not done that compared to Wilder, who's been doing that. So I think the issue is as those Wilder still have the power. Yes, if he does, he can't just saying I'm gonna throw willy nilly from a guy who's probably taking a hard punch, right? Taking a hard punch from AJ. So that means he will need to be decisive and extremely smart when he throws that punch. He would need to set traps. He would have to. Wilder would need to go back to using his jab from day one. He would need to go back to using his jab. There's no I'm gonna throw that right hand. If you lose your main hand in a card game, or you show your hand too early, which if Wilder does, and Ngannou feels it and say, oh, this guy is nothing. Ngannou's gonna throw those right hand. He's gonna throw those over right hands, man, and he's gonna knock you out. So Wilder needs to go in there making sure. I need to set.
You're forgetting something. Ngannou has a left hook, bro. Like I think he dropped the Fury with a left hook. He has a sneaky left hook that he throws. You don't see it coming, but if he lands the pole.
You know what? Yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot about that. That's what I forgot about. But I mean, Wilder needs to stick to his jab. I think he's taller than Ngannou. If he sticks to his jab and keeps Ngannou on that jab all night, it could favor in terms of Wilder. But if Wilder gets cocky and does anything funny, if he slips up, Ngannou's gonna read that, man. When Ngannou's is a guy, he's a badger that jumps. Any opportunity, he'll jump on it. It's the way they play in the octagon. They don't wait. They see you make a mistake, they're gonna jump on it. You think Ngannou's gonna wait?
Yeah, but when he dropped Fury, he didn't jump on him, bro. He dropped Fury, he didn't jump on Fury.
He's gonna do it. Trust me, he's gonna do it, Wilder. I have a feeling he's gonna do it, Wilder. He's not gonna wait. He's gonna jump on him, and if Wilder's not careful, he's gonna get knocked out. Simple as that, and that's gonna be the end of his career.
Damn, bro. That's gonna be crazy. But Wilder has welcomed the fight for next year. Is Wilder fighting again this year?
I would have wanted Wilder to actually fight Dylan White. I think that fight's still standing. To be honest, Dylan White didn't look himself like in his last fight. Like I said, I would like for them two to fight. It's gonna be a great fight. They just need to put the ego aside and say, hey, let's fight. Yeah, we both lost. We both have good. It's gonna be a good money fight for both of them. At the end of the day, it's gonna be a good fight.
Damn, it's crazy. Anyways, it's gonna be interesting. I can't wait, guys. Like the video, share, subscribe, and God bless you all for supporting the channel. Stay tuned, guys.